Hey guys, I'm Katie.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the Lowry Loft. Today we're going to talk to you about our 6 dogs. All right, here are our 5 things that we do.
I was looking at the thing.
Stop.
I have to look good.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hold on a second. I was like.
Okay. Did you know that we have 6 dogs?
I did.
Yeah, and up until August of 2020, we actually had 7, but we unfortunately had to put one down because he was very ill.
My buddy.
But we had 6 dogs.
So
I bet you're...
6 dogs.
Oh yeah, we have 6 dogs. And I bet you're wondering, how do we do it? How do we survive life with 6 dogs? And our house does not smell like a dog.
Or a barn or a zoo.
Barn.
And our friends would thumbs up that.
Yeah.
Thumbs up to that.
We actually had a woman come here one time, and when she walked in the door, because I used to sell LuLaRoe, and so she walked in the door to come shopping, and she was like, your house doesn't even smell like you have any dogs.
Good.
So for me, that was a really high compliment because...
For me, that was a really high compliment.
Yeah, because Scott does all the cleaning. But I don't want the house to smell like we have dogs. So
me neither.
We want to tell you how we survive having 6 dogs, not just for the house to smell good, but how we really manage 6 dogs, 3 kids, and us.
And I could, depending on who's answering the question, I might be a big kid.
Yeah, I might have 4 kids, including you.
So we have tips, tricks, and our gear.
Yeah, so make sure you stay until the end, because at the end we're going to tell you our most used product to survive having 6 dogs. Like, could not live without.
Yeah.
And if you have any things that you use and you have multiple dogs, go ahead and tell us in the comments below, because we're always looking for ways to do it better and more efficiently.
I want to hear about it. I love shortcuts or better gear.
Okay.
I love it. Here
are our 5 things we do every day to survive having 6 dogs. Number 1.
My strong suit. A consistent schedule.
And we do this, I think, by having a lot of hands on deck. It's me, Scott, and then our 13-year-old son, Max. And that's one of his big responsibilities, is taking the dogs out every morning before school, taking them out anytime that we ask. We usually have to remind him because he gets absorbed with Xbox, but he does do it. And he feeds the dogs every day.
This was all my stuff, and since I'm taking care of all these new babies that are even worse than the dogs, Max is covering the slack, and honestly, he might be the real MVP.
He really is the real MVP. I mean, he knows how much food everybody needs, because not everyone gets the same amount of food, which we'll talk about, and he knows that he has to let him out of the crate, let him back in, all sorts of stuff. So he really is the real MVP. So a routine and a schedule is super important with 6 dogs, and it's really knowing who, like, did you let them out? Did you let them out? When was the last time that, like...
We have to be on the same page.
Sometimes we forget if, like, another dog is outside. We're like, is that dog still outside? Yeah. So it's a lot of, like, checking in with each other, and
Very important in the winter.
Yeah, we do. And we have a fenced-in backyard that they do go out in for the most part. So first thing we do is routine and schedule. Second thing that we do...
Number 2. Lots of bones.
Bones.
Or toys.
Now, right, our dogs don't have toys. Our dogs only get marrow bones that have, like, the filling in it, and we reuse those for months and months and months. We buy
they couldn't be happier with them.
We only buy them like twice a year. I would say I always do some at Christmas, and then maybe like in August
for their birthdays.
And then when we go on vacation, I buy them like a new set. We don't buy them plush toys or any kind of toy because they're
not good for them. Some dogs, they do great with them. Our dogs do not. They are destructive with toys, and they fight with each other over them, and they end up just getting chewed up and possibly eaten.
Mostly eaten.
And we don't want to. We want to avoid any health complications with those.
Yeah, so because
we can't trust them.
We can't trust them, and we don't want to have any kind of like bowel blockage or any kind of surgery or anything.
I can tell you 100% that's no good.
Yeah, so we don't buy our dogs any kind of toys. So if your dog is a dog that can handle toys, more power to you. But we try to keep the cost down to a minimum as well. That's another thing. With having 6 dogs, we're very cost efficient and effective, I think.
Try to be as much as possible.
The bones, I will tell you, I buy them either from Tractor Supply or from Walmart, and then I flavor them.
We got a great tip a while back, and it's super simple.
Oh yeah. I put all the bones that I can fit in a saucepan, and I fill it with beef broth or chicken broth, whatever broth I have left over. I just fill it to the brim with beef broth, and then I just boil it until it's like literally gone. Like I will let it simmer for hours.
House smells like
beef broth or
beef
broth
stew,
and the dogs go crazy for it. So that's our second trick. Plenty of bones or toys, whatever it is your dogs need.
Keeps the carpets and the furniture and other non-dog toys from getting chewed up. That's how we keep our stuff in generally pretty good condition.
Yeah, because they're not being destructive.
Avoided chewing problems in any of the associated
Now, don't get me wrong. If Max, like, they really will go crazy for like a cardboard box, or Trace, our 17-month-old, has like cardboard books, and if
I'll allow it.
But if we accidentally like leave them somewhere and they do get restless or bored, they will chew. Ruby will. The pug will chew.
She's bad.
Okay, so that was our second trick. Third one, we only feed our dogs dry food. It can get very expensive to be buying like cans of wet dog food for 6 different dogs. Plus, it's not good for their teeth. Dry dog food forces them to chew and be good for their teeth. But our dogs, we have teeth problems anyway. But we, as a whole, we only feed our dogs dry dog food.
With the occasional like under the table treat, because we're human.
Yeah, and we really don't give our dogs a lot of table food because
we actually don't.
Yeah, we don't, because our dogs have sensitive stomachs and we don't want diarrhea.
It doesn't get wild. Like occasionally we'll do a treat of like some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like guests sometimes let them lick the plates more, but we don't even really let them do that. Yeah. And then we do have like 1 container of Pup-Peroni. We buy that in bulk at Sam's Club. And we really only use it like when we're trying to get them in their crates as treats, but I don't really give them anything. So that was our third trick. Number 4 would be to take them on good walks. Make sure you're walking them. Our dogs have a fenced-in yard, so they get to go outside a lot. But
that doesn't take the place of a good walk or jog.
And that's going to depend on the breed that you have too. Like we have 2 Maltipoos that really don't need to be walked. I mean, they're just kind of lap dogs. They burn off enough energy in the fenced-in backyard barking at squirrels.
They kind of stick their noses up at walks.
Yeah, but like the Golden Doodle and the Sheltie mix, a
good walker jog goes a long way towards keeping them sane and us same.
And Scott's the one and Scott and Max are the ones that walk them, and they're good at walking multiple dogs at one time. So good walks, making time for that.
Ride a bike with them. It's not as hard as you might think.
But Max did end up getting stitches when he was riding a bike with the dog. So that's a different story. That's a different story for a different day. But that's number 4, good walks, good exercise. But know your breed. I mean, it might not be the same for everybody.
And you think kind of riding on the coattails of that would be a house sitter or dog sitter?
So number 5, our best tip. Everyone wants to know like how we do it with 6 dogs going away, and who takes care of our house. So that's the biggest thing with 6 dogs. You can't afford to put them in a kennel for.
Can't take them with us, and we got things to do. You know. We have a lot of stuff. We're busy.
Well, we were before COVID. Now, not so much. But like we do go on vacation. We visit Scott's dad in Hilton Head a couple times a year, and so it's a lot for us to go away. And there's just no way we could afford to send 6 dogs to a kennel. So it's been really important for us to find really good dog sitters that we trust. But they end up staying at our house, and that's good for the dogs.
Maybe we'll cut it in. I have some good pictures of what has happened when we've tried to kennel some of our dogs.
Oh yeah, we tried to kennel our dog for our wedding, and it was not a good situation. And we didn't even have 6 dogs then.
Yeah. I had a really smart idea that maybe will be revealed in like a corner somewhere.
So we have some people that come and stay at our house that we trust because they have to take care of the house, everything that goes with it. We have a pool in the summer that's open. So they're
so good with them, like finding the right dog sitter.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like a treat for the dogs.
Yeah,
they're like, see you later, go on your trip,
and they get undivided attention. They stay right at our house, and it's the most effective for dogs that like possibly have anxiety because they're in their own element. Their routine has not changed. You know, I label everything, food, schedule, take him out at this time, give him this amount of food. I'm big on like, you're just like, see you later.
Here's a checklist. Here's an Excel spreadsheet.
So that's how those are the things that we have set up to survive having 6 dogs because there's a lot of moving parts. But beyond that, we have a couple things that we recommend that you use. And the biggest takeaway, must have, like absolutely must have, is investing in a really good carpet shampooer that we use. Not our entire house is not carpeted, but there are some high traffic rooms that are. And tell them about which one we use.
Even if you didn't have, dogs, if you had a dog or no dogs, I would still want this.
Yeah.
Thing. But we literally could not survive without it. We have a Bissell carpet cleaner. We can get you the specific model and a link to it.
And it's old. We've had the same one.
Yeah, it was our first adult purchase
like
together.
4 or 5
It was
years.
literally like we bought this thing at least 5 years ago. And
Yeah.
like we literally put our money, in a pot, and it was our first adult purchase, and thank God we did it because it's still going strong. Like
And we use it once a
we
week.
had it at least once a week. We had it like, what's right, like a serviced, like, and it's good as new. Like, it is one of the rare things that, in like modern times, it actually does not just fall apart. I've been really impressed with it.
Yeah, can't live without it. But we're gonna do another video to show you all the things that we use on a regular basis, the things that we could not live without with having 6 dogs. But we hope those 5 tips and tricks encourage you to spend more time with your pets. If you guys have been thinking about getting an animal, definitely
getting another one.
Because once you already have 1 or 2, you still have to.
What's one more?
Exactly. You already have to spend the time to like take care of them and do all the things. Oh, another thing is our dogs are low shedding or no shedding at all. That's another big thing of why our house doesn't smell.
Our guy that that passed away in the summer was our only shedder, and that was a big deal. But
he was a beagle mix.
Even without the shedding, whether you have dogs that have the occasional accident or shedding or just want clean carpets, that thing's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, totally. So you guys have any tips or tricks that you use, please share them our way, send them our way. And if you have multiple dogs, if you're a big dog household like we are, we love to connect with other people and share stories.
Pictures, videos, all that stuff.
Scott loves dogs. He waves at dogs when he sees them in cars or houses passing by.
I have a problem.
He loves them. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.